This is lesson 7, number 8. Let's pull down the instructions. Back to Mad Libs. Design your app. Now that you've had some practice getting user text and making new strings with it, you're ready to turn your how-to Mad Libs into an app. To get started, you'll set up the layout. There are two main screens. Screen 1, collect user input. On this screen, you'll use text labels and text input design elements to set up the different words you want the user to provide. A next button takes you to screen 2 to view the full Mad Libs. Screen 2, view Mad Libs. On this screen, you'll use the text area design element to create the space where the user's completed Mad Libs will be displayed. A play again button takes you back to screen 1. So you can see an example of what these will look like. Do this. Create the two screens for your apps, including the design elements in each one. Requirement. Request at least 3 separate words from the user on screen 1. Create the event handlers for the next and play buttons to respond to clicks. Use set screen in the event handlers to get the screen navigation working. Okay. Screen 1, we need a label at the beginning. This is going to be, this label isn't going to change at all. We're not going to interact with it. We're not going to write any code for it. So it doesn't really need a meaningful name. It wouldn't hurt to give it a meaningful name, but it's not necessary. Mad Lib exclamation point. I like that font. I just want it to be bigger. So I'm going to change the font size to be, let's see, what does 50 look like? That's pretty good. Just need to make it bigger, I guess. Okay. Let's reposition that, and then maybe another smaller label underneath it. And I'm not in love with Arial Black this time. Let's use Times. And the other one's learning how to drive. Let's do enjoying ice cream. Okay, I need at least 3 separate words. So let's do like a flavor of ice cream. So that sounds like I might need an adjective. And I think I'm going to make this also times. So let's call this adjective, and then I need a text input for the adjective. Oops, this adjective box needs to be bigger. Move that over a little bit. Move this one over a little bit. Okay, now the text input does need to have a meaningful name. Text input underscore, I'm just going to use adjective, and then I'll leave it right there. I'm going to see. That's adjective is going to be the flavor of ice cream, and then I think I want a noun for what you're going to use to eat the ice cream. Okay, so let's call this noun. Again, I want it to be like the times. And then I need another text input. This needs to have a descriptive label. Text input underscore noun. Oh, actually, I think I am gonna have a noun, but I'm gonna have two nouns. So let's call this noun 1. And then that's gonna be what you're gonna put it in. So adjective is for the flavor. And then this is also gonna be a noun. Let's make that times. And I'm going to make the text input. I want it to say text input underscore noun. Actually, I should probably put an underscore after noun. That will make them easier to read. Noun 1, noun 2. For my placeholder, I should put noun. For this one, I'm going to also put noun. I don't need to put noun 1 and noun 2 there. I mean, because there's two text boxes, they know to do that. Adjective there. Okay, other than, let me run this real quick. Okay. I think I'd prefer the placeholder text to also be times. Font family times. Font family times. Font family times. So that's for the text box. A little bit of consistency there. This one needs to be moved up a little bit. So does this one. And this needs to be moved up a little bit. Okay. All right, that's screen 1. Need a new screen. This will be screen 2. And I'm going to put a label at the top. Eating ice cream. 3 exclamation points. And then I'm going to change the font family to times. Now, actually, I just realized on screen 1, I forgot the next button. So I'll put that right there. Let's call this button underscore next. Oops, actually, I want that up here. Button underscore next. And the text, I'm just going to put next. Now, for screen 2, I need a text area. Let's make this bigger. And then I need to give this a good name. Text area mad lib. Let's change the font to times. And then I need a button so that they can play it again. Button underscore play again. And the text, just play again. Okay. Create the event handlers for the next and play buttons to respond to clicks. Use set screen in the event handlers to get the screen navigation working. So we don't need to do everything. We don't need to code everything at this point. We just need 2 events. One for clicking on the next button. And that's going to set the screen. That should go to screen 2. And then we basically need the same thing. When you click on the play again button, it should set the screen to screen 1. Now, that's not all that should happen, but that's all we're told to do at this point. So I'm going to run it just for giggles. I'm going to put green, and then noun, I'm going to put hand, and for another noun, I'm going to put chair. And then I click next, and it doesn't do anything, but it does take me to screen 2. And then I click play again, and it takes me back to screen 1, and I've still got all these same items in here. So at this point, we've done everything for this. I'm going to click finish.